Y'all have sent me some videos recently that have convinced me that debt is making people, well, dumber. And as we say in the South, some people's cornbread ain't done in the middle. They eat soup with a fork, and they're a few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Where I'm from, there are two types of folk. Those who ain't, and those who are knee-high on a grasshopper.
All of these sassy Southern sayings to say that people aren't just more broke or stressed when it comes to money, but even otherwise intelligent people are taking absurd mental leaps and suspending logic in order to make their money habits make sense. So in today's episode, I'll share some of the bizarre exhibitions so you can decide for yourself whether debt has lowered these people's IQ or if they're still working with all their marbles. But first, a little cognitive test for you. If you can locate the like and subscribe buttons and click them within the next 5 seconds, you're smarter than 88% of the average population. So please prove to me that there is hope yet for humanity by smashing those buttons.
I got you,
extra
bro.
credit if you also figure out how to share it with a friend. Hint, there's a share button for that.
I've been ready for this my whole life.
All right, let's get to it. All right, first up, we've got a landscaper slash entrepreneur in San Jose.
A while back ago, I posted a screenshot of my American Express credit card bill. It was $300,000. A lot of you were capping on me. You said, T, you're in debt. Don't be in debt. Life is so difficult when you're in debt. Here's the honest truth. This is not debt, dummy. This card helps me do business. This card keeps me from being stressed. If I didn't have this card, I would be using cash all the time.
What? First off, it is debt. Okay? Now, obviously, you know, you can use business credit cards for business expenses and stuff. And if you have, I hope, and it's reasonably, you know, I think it's fair to assume that he will have the cash to pay the credit card off, right? But no, don't get it twisted. It is debt for sure.
If I'm using cash all the time, you always will have a cash flow problem because if your customer didn't pay you right when you needed it, you'd be sweating bullets. So this card buys me time. This thing.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, wow. Look at that. Minimum payment, $137,000. Okay. So essentially, I do see a couple of charges here like concrete, Home Depot. So I'm assuming he's in construction. So a lot of times I used to work in construction. Construction has a, let's say like a net 60. So what a net 60 is means that between net 30 and net 90. So the customer has 30 to 90 days to pay you. So it seems like he's using the credit card as like to cover for cash flow free falls or something. I understand what he's saying, but I mean, the customer could not pay you altogether. And then you would have to fit the bill. So it's one thing to like, okay, I'm using a credit card to buy, you know, concrete materials, stuff for me to complete the job, but it's supposed to be, you can build this thing out like you're doing, let's say, UX design or web development or something to where you can put it in cycles. So like, all right, so in, you know, the first 2 weeks, we're going to complete this. The customer can pay you for that. You use that money to buy the materials. And then it's like, have you ever seen road work that it seems like it's been taking like 3 years for them to pave one street? It's because obviously, you know, you take into account the weather and all that type of stuff, but they can build them in cycles. So as they complete, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, I'm sure you are, but you can build out the customer as you complete certain sections of the project, so you don't have to do things like this. This is crazy.
Thing has a $500,000 limit. I can go and swipe $500,000 house and buy it with this card. American Express makes life easy.
Okay, this guy's risk meter is clearly broken, and this frightens me. I'm just looking at a screenshot. He's got a total balance of $306,000, remaining statement balance of $171,000, and his minimum payment due is $137,000.
What did I just say? Now, he brought up a great point. That remaining statement balance means that rolled over from the previous month. Let that sink in for a second. Because a statement balance means that you've pretty much, like, your credit card gives you, say, 30, 31 days to pay off whatever the balance you accrue without being charged any interest if you can pay it off before the actual statement date or when your statement closes. All right. Hold on. So he brought up a great point. I didn't notice that at first. The statement balance is 171,000, right? Which means that that rolled over from the previous month. Now your credit card gives you anywhere from, on average, like 30 days, sometimes 31 days, depending on the month. But you have whatever balance you accrued through that time period, you have a statement close date, right? As long as you pay it off before that statement close date, when it rolls over, you should have a zero balance and you're not going to be charged any interest on it, right? Now, I don't know if he's in a kind of a trial period to where when you first start off, I don't think so, because his credit limit is really high, so he had to have had this card for a long time. But neither here nor there, right? It's supposed to be used as a charge card, for one, meaning that you pay it off every month. You don't let a balance roll over. By him having a statement balance, it means that that money rolled over from the previous month. This is crazy.
$1,000. This is insane. And what he's saying is, well, I can protect my cash and I can just keep borrowing other people's money and then my clients will pay me back and this will all work out. And that might work for a week until it doesn't. And let me tell you, running your business with debt or running your personal life with debt causes a lot of risk. And life is too short to live with this level of risk. And I'll tell you this, Dave Ramsey built this place, the studio we're in, the building that we're in, at the speed of cash. We don't have an ounce of debt, and I'm telling you, it has changed the way we've built this place. Have we moved a little slower? Yes. Have we moved with more peace? And will we sustain the test of time? Unlike this guy who people apparently call T.
No one says that.
And there's some noteworthy comments on this post. Here's one from Michael Bubbly. He said, stress-free, but 22% interest on $300K. That's the definition of stressed.
I was just saying that, guys. For him to have that type of credit limit, he had to have this card for a while, which means that you're going to be charged interest on top of the balance. 22% interest on $300K is wild. It's unnecessary money to spend. I think that's a good way to put it.
My guy. Love that one. Herman Wooster said, if your customer didn't pay you right when you needed it, you'd be sweating bullets. That's what savings is for. Thank you, Herman. I don't know why you're living life on the edge of your seat thinking that you're crushing it. Rally Ghost said this, if Dave Ramsey saw this video, ... I can tell you exactly what Dave's reaction would be.
I don't give a crap. You're wrong.
Yeah, that's spot on. Moving on. Next on the docket, we've got a collab from comedians Andrew Packer and Andrew Oporto. This one looks fun. Let's check it out.
Gotta pay for baggage for my flight tomorrow.
Paying for baggage, bro? It's 2024. There's no reason to pay for baggage. I have the Magenta Maverick card. Now I get a free turkey sandwich and baggage on all domestic flights.
Free sandwich?
It does have a $900 annual fee, but what people don't get to is the amount of bonus points you get just for signing up. It pays back twofold. I went to Mexico this year based only on points, and all I had to do was put $95,000 worth of transactions through. Why isn't everyone doing this?
Can't imagine why.
And the feeling you get redeeming points for something you had your eye on, it's unbeatable.
And look, he's joking, but it's so true. Like, these credit card companies, they are incentivized to entice us, right, to sign up. So they might have an offer to where, okay, 0% interest for the first 18 months. You might have a cash back, right, to where you can get, like he said, maybe I seen one for free TSA. I have TSA pre-check. I do not stand in lines. I'm not taking off my belt. I'm not taking off my shoes. Look into it. It's only $85 for 5 years. All right. Matter of fact, I'm up for renewal. But nevertheless, I don't stand in lines but they give you like credits for that, like TSA pre-check, clear, $100 off of Uber Eats, $100 on Uber Black or something. But it says in the fine print, for example, certain checking accounts say, hey, you can get $300 bonus when you deposit $4,000 over the first 90 days or something like that. Credit cards act in a similar way, but they want you to spend a certain amount of money. So it may be 6,000 within the first 3 months, 9,000 within the first 3 months. Now, savvy people who are savvy with their money, who have discipline, do use the benefits on the credit cards. I'm not saying that. I have a cashback credit card. You know, I use it, like, obviously, right? I also have a business Amex cards that I use too. But with that being said, what the credit card companies are banking on, they banking on people who are not disciplined, who are going to make mistakes, and who are going to spend that 9,000 and something else comes up or whatever the case. Or maybe you spend the money, you spend the 9,000, you don't have the 9,000 to pay it off. And then it ends up rolling over for whatever reason. And now you're being charged interest on that. The only way the credit card companies and the banks make money is by interest, guys. That's their not the only way, but that's their number one way of making money, is the interest that we pay on loans, credit cards, mortgages. And if you notice, when it comes to like savings accounts and stuff, they may give you 0.02%. If you do a CD, you may get 4% on a CD, but you got to keep the money in there for 12 months. It is not designed. It is not, listen to me. Credit cards are not designed for you to win. It is nothing to play with. Trust me. All right. I am clawing my way out of credit card debt right now as we speak. Okay.
Beatable, man.
Are you okay, dude?
You have to trust me, okay? I already have your form all filled out with my referral link, so we both get extra points. All you need to do is sign here.
Thanks, man.
You're gonna save so much money, man.
I love this video so much. And while it's obviously satirical and humorous in nature, there's so much truth in this, as there is with all good comedy. And these are the guys that I run into on the internet who want to fight about credit card points. They are truly, as you can tell, this man is treating this like a meth addiction. He's just jonesing for the next hit for his rewards, and he's trying to get everyone else in on it like it's an MLM or something. And here's the truth about this. Credit card companies are smarter than you. They run thousands of experiments on consumers every year to get them to chase that high and chase that carrot of rewards through more spending. Maybe $95,000. In fact, research shows that rewards and cash back are the top reason people keep their credit cards around. But think about the math here for a second. For every dollar you spend, you're hoping to get a 2% reward with the very real risk of paying 22% APR. Or let's think about it in terms of points, like in this video. For most cards out there, every dollar you spend earns you 1 mile or 1 point. But when you try to redeem those points, each one is worth only about 1.5 cents, depending on the kind of card you have. So you'd have to spend $50,000 to get 50,000 points, which then gets you a free flight that would have cost $750 out of pocket.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you spent 50 grand to get 750.
Damn.
That math ain't mathin'.
That don't make no sense.
And I love this comment from Maria that really sums it up. Haha, looks like me trying to justify having an Amex when the truth is that I only wanted a pretty card.
Pretty card, yeah, it is nice.
Terrible, Maria. Come on, do better. All right, some caution for this next video. The team warned me that it may cause us all to question the future of America as we know it.
All right, this is the last one, guys, and I'm gonna get you out of here.
Deep breath.
What did you just say? Why does it say pay it? No, what'd you say?
Why did they pay it?
Because that means you have to pay for that.
That's not my problem.
She's looking at our American Express bill, and under charges, it says like pay it. Like you can pay that on your American Express.
Pay it.
And she said, why does it say pay it under this? And I'm like, well, so you could pay that. Like you would hit pay it and you pay that. And she said, why does it say that on mine? That's not my responsibility.
But like I already bought it, so why would I have to pay for it again?
No.
No, you're not paying for it twice. You're help.
I don't get it.
Okay. Well, let me just say the apple doesn't fall far
That was cute.
from the tree, because I'm not even sure the mom fully understood what's happening here. And this is sad. This is the sad state of America. When people use a credit card, it feels like free money. She's like, well, I bought it with the card, so I already paid for it. Not how credit or debt works. You see, you borrowed the money, and now you have to pay that money back.
Wait, what?
And the data shows almost half of cardholders don't know what the interest rate is on their cards, let alone how it works, apparently. And I'm guessing if you're watching this, you know better than she does, but you probably promised yourself, I'll never carry a balance. And the truth is, 49% of people are unable to pay off their credit card balance every month. And plus,
That's facts.